So you're worried maybe somebody else got involved.
While we were married, she got pregnant by somebody else.
There you go.
Oh.
All right. So that fits more with her history, right?
Right. So that's what, but then again, I know that I was just with her a month and a half ago, and it scares the hell out of me.
Yeah, well, listen, I would treat this like it was not your child until the DNA test proved that it was.
How many children does she have?
Excuse me?
How many children does she have?
She had 2 before I met her.
Oh.
And then she had 1 with me. And then, like I said, while we were still married, she had another one. So she has 3, and...
She's had 4 kids. It's just this maniac has produced 4 kids.
She doesn't work.
No, she lives off the state, and she actually has now gone through the public health department to try to prove that she's mentally ill so she can get Social Security.
Are we... all right,
onto
Josh.
something there.
Yeah. If you'd like Drew to sign off on that for her, he would be glad to fill out the paperwork. Are we not going to put any things in place as far as the society goes about screwballs giving birth to legions of screwballs? We're not interested in that as a society. It doesn't seem like job one. It seems like, well, we got foreign oil dependency, and we got a situation in the Middle East, and of course we got terrorists, and we got prison population, we got unemployment, we got a bear market to deal with, and then we got interest rates, we got taxes to deal with. There's so many issues that seem to come up in the body of a political race or campaign, or
right.
even just on the evening news, or even when they're just sort of talking on these sort of politically based TV shows. This is not near the top of anyone's list. It doesn't seem to be in the top 40 of any elected officials on the things to do list.
Quite the contrary. It's something they avert.
Yeah, it's a taboo subject.
Yeah.
Because they're cowards and pussies. It's either they're cowards and pussies, or they're just plain stupid. I can't believe that they're that stupid. I know they have almost no gauge to judge human psyche and what motivates people and that kind of stuff, which I find fascinating.
That's the bottom line right there, right? That's the bottom line.
Yes, you know what fascinates Drew and I? We're fascinated by how this is unfascinating to other people. That's our fascination. How people are trying to lead a society. I mean, this is all you're trying to do.
Right.
As the president, as the governor, as the mayor, whatever it is, you have essentially 275, 280 million people in your country. And you're attempting to get them to work, take care of their families, not end up in prison, pay their taxes, not to drive on the sidewalk. You're attempting to sort of govern these people.
You'd like them to live happy lives?
Absolutely.
Good lives?
Yes. And what we all agree that you don't want them to do is get strung out on drugs, lose their jobs, and crank out tons of kids that they can't look after.
Right.
But to me, every one of these problems we discuss has to do, it all emanates from too many screwed up people having too many screwed up kids. What is the burden?
How dare you? How dare you?
What is the burden that this one woman puts on society with her 4 or 5 kids?
Plus herself.
Plus herself. Now, we'll give her the welfare checks, we'll give her the SSI, we'll do all this, but we never get involved with the reproductive side of this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And people in our society are like, well, you can't do that. You can't do that? You can't? I can't put a goddamn second story on my garage. What do you mean you can't do that? The government's up my ass. They're up everyone's ass.
Absolutely.
All the time.
All the time.
You can't drive on the freeway the speed you want to drive. You turn your stereo up too loud, the cops come over to your house. I cannot grow a pot plant in my yard of my house that I pay my taxes
for. You get plenty for your tax dollars, though.
Oh,
Tons.
Jesus Christ. Amount I paid in taxes last year. I don't know what the hell I paid in taxes, but you know that I could have paid $750,000 in taxes last year. Yeah.
You better paid more. You're going to have a problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I could have paid $1 million in taxes last year. What'd I get for that? I got anybody in public school? No. Am I going and getting SSI or any of this crap? No. As you know, I don't even go to that place where they keep those books that they lend to people.
Bookstore.
No,
Library.
No. Library. That's the one. That's the place. Still should have the name book in it, true. All right. Not interested in all the people cranking out all the unwanted kids that we can't take care of as a society. The future drug addicts of America, the future criminals of America. Not interested in nipping these at the bud. We'll just chase them around. Forget about the nest. We'll just come into your house and chase the roaches around one by one. We won't go to the source, to the nest. That's what we have to do. And by the way, who are we depriving this right of? This crazy strung-out bitch over here who was the subject of abuse her whole life? Her life is only ruined by these 3 kids she can't handle.
That's right.
She needs these kids? This is win-win. Not interested, you pussy politicians. You hang your heads. Please. You sicken me, all of you.